Hi folks, welcome to Inspire DIYer. My name is Max and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be making banana bread that's been highly requested. And the reason why I said that is because I'll show you how easy it is to make it with such a few ingredients. And I'll show you what's necessary and what's sort of like an optional ingredients that I would add in. So without further ado, let's get started. So over on the right side of this screen are all the sort of the mandatory ingredients that you'll need. I'm using some balloon whisk, measuring cups, and measuring spoons. And also I'm going to be using 2 eggs. You can make this recipe as a vegan recipe, and to remove the eggs, because you sort of need the eggs to bind the banana breads together. And you can use xanthan gum or like gar gum or those stuff, but I don't really like it, so that's hence why I use eggs. But if you're vegan, you can use any other substitutes as well. And I'm also using this sugar replacement substitute, like white sugar that's made of the sugar alcohol. Any brands will do. I just particularly bought this brand, it was on sale or something. And I'm going to be using of almond flour, as well as a half cup of coconut flour. I have more in the storage. And we're going to be using about 2 teaspoons of baking soda and some pure vanilla extracts, and about, I think I'm going to use about a half cup of coconut oil, as well as 3 very ripe bananas. So you want it this ripe, like almost like, you know, it has bruises and spots everywhere, which is perfect. So to get started, we're going to be using 2 stainless steel bowls. We're going to separate the wet one and the dry one. So let's start off with all the wet ingredients. I'm going to be adding the banana into here. I've just realized that my coconut oil has been solidified, so I'm gonna have to heat it up a little bit. And because I don't have a microwave, I'm gonna have to heat it up on a boiling pot. Or you're welcome to use olive oil as well, or butter. It really just depends on the day or what I feel like. And today I kind of felt like using coconut oil. That to heat up for a little bit. In the meantime, we're going to be mashing this banana really well. If you have a potato masher, it will be even easier. I'm just using a fork here. Alright, the banana is pretty well mashed, so that's perfect. And I got this melted coconut oil already, so I'm going to be adding this in. This is, as I said, it is a little bit more than a half, but a half cup would do. I prefer my banana bread to be pretty moist, so which is why I'm using a lot of oil, or any liquid solution would do. I'm gonna actually add some into this pan, so we're gonna be baking in this log pan. So just coating the surface. Take care of that later. That's done. Just gonna give this pan a little bit of brush here, just to coat it all around so it would create a non-stick surface. So if you are using coconut oil that's been solidified, you want to be careful not to add in the eggs if your coconut oil has been heated up like in a really high temperature, otherwise it's gonna cook the eggs. And don't worry, I'll have everything in the written description of the. Okay, up next we are gonna be whisking the eggs into the wet mixtures. And I'm going to be going over the first optional ingredients that I would add in. I'm going to be using tahini into here, just to add it a bit of nutty flavor. And most of my optional ingredients are actually silver almond, just to add in more textures into the banana bread, and also like flaxseed and chia seed. If you're allergic to nuts, you can entirely opt out all these nut ingredients like tahini and the almonds, but because you want to make the banana bread pretty moist, you want to add a bit more maybe coconut oil or something to compensate with that. Here goes. I'm gonna add in quite a lot of nut butter because I like it pretty nutty. Add a bit of vanilla extract. It's about 1 teaspoon will do. Just mix that in pretty well. Now we're gonna go over the dry ingredients. So almond flour. Okay, perfect. And a half cup of coconut flour. Add it all. There's barely any left anyway. Now we are going to be adding the baking soda. Yeah, around 1 and 2 teaspoons. And then I want to add in the sugar substitute. I'm going to be doing about 1/3 cup of sugar substitute here. Okay, and then I also want to add in chia seed and flaxseed. I don't have a perfect ratio for these, and I'm just adding in based on how I feel. I'll do like a pinch of each or something like that. I just like sort of having more textures into my banana bread, which is why I'm adding them. But as I said, they are totally optional. Use this spoon, mix them together. And honestly, that's about it. When I let my friends try these, they're always curious of how to make it because it's actually very simple, as you can see, but it tastes amazing. So, you know, I told them that I'll make it for them again, but I actually don't do baking that much. I try to eat more of like low carb, low sugar diet on a daily basis, except if you've seen my Instagram, someday I do have to push cheat meals where I go out, eat ramen and all this stuff, but that's typically how I would spend my day of eating more like a sort of low carb paleo diet. Okay, let's mix them all together, and that's about it. I actually have to leave in about an hour, so in total this would take you to make about an hour and a half or so. And the beauty of this recipe is that you don't even need the stand mixer or the hand mixer to do it. And people usually put parchment paper over this, but I couldn't be bothered with it. That's why I coat it with oil so it wouldn't stick. So I typically won't do baking too often on my channel, just because I prefer cooking over baking. But I have 2 friends who's been dying to get this recipe, and so I've decided, you know what, it's time to actually bake it. So we're gonna put this in for about an hour. I will be checking in maybe after like 40 minutes or so, and to poke it with a fork and see how well it's cooked. Leave that in. Off we go. We'll be right back. So it's been about an hour and I just took it out of the oven. Unfortunately, I don't have time for it to cool down and then turn it over, and I'll explain why after I come back. I actually have to go meet my friends right now. So I'll explain later to why you should take the pan out after 10 minutes or so.
So I got back really late that day and I didn't have time to show you guys what it would look like, but basically you want to take it out from the pan after 10 to 15 minutes and put it on a wire rack. And that's because it will continue to cook on the baking pan, and you don't want that. Other than that, I really encourage you guys to try this recipe because it is so easy to make and you wouldn't even notice that it is gluten-free. Please subscribe to my channel if you want me to keep producing cooking videos like this. Thank you very much for watching.